we're gonna warm up with scapular push-ups. So if you're not familiar with scapular push-ups, go into a push-up position just like so. Make sure your hips are flat. Make sure you're not sticking your hips up. Put your hips down, nice and flat. And all a scapular push-up is you sink down your shoulders and then you extend up, rounding your upper back. So notice how I'm keeping straight arms and I'm just moving at my shoulders. So I'm not going like this. You just sink down and push up. Warm up with 3 sets of 10 scapular push-ups, just getting nice and warmed up, and begin. Next, we're gonna do one arm scapular push-ups. So you're gonna stand in a straddle. This makes you more stable. You can put your hand behind you, on your hip, floating right here, whatever, same thing. You're gonna sink down and extend. Sink down and extend. So notice how my arm's not bending. I'm just sinking down in my shoulder and pushing up. Sink down, push up. Start with 3 sets of 5 on both sides, standing on straddle. Sink down in the shoulder, push up. Sink down, push up. 3 sets of 5 on both sides, and begin. All right, so when you do a one arm push-up, you're gonna keep your elbow basically right up against your rib cage right here. You're not gonna go out wide, you're gonna keep it nice and narrow. So you can practice just doing a few push-ups, keeping your elbows right against your rib cage like this. So from the side, just keeping it nice and close, just like so. All right, time to actually get into some one arm push-ups. Go ahead, grab a chair. It's not too high. The higher, the easier, but if it's too high up, we can't really go all the way down. So get into the position you were doing the scapular push-ups and straddle. You're gonna put one hand up on the chair, and then you're gonna keep your elbow by your rib cage, push back up. So now we're starting to emulate the one arm push-up, just like that. If these are difficult, start with 3 sets of 5 on both sides. You can also go down your knees, doing it just like so. Get the feel for it. If these aren't too bad, do 3 sets of 10 on both sides and begin. All right, as it starts to feel stronger, you can use something lower. So I'm just using a parallel, but you can use anything that's lower. So I'm gonna do the same thing. One hand's elevated. I'm gonna go down, keep my elbow near my rib cage, push back up. Just using my second hand to kind of help push the extra weight up. So that's really the main progressions from one arm push-ups, is to slowly lower whatever you're using to assist you. And the final progression before going for an actual one arm push-up is to put your secondary hand on your wrist like this. So I'm going in a straddle, one arm push-up, just like so. Grab the other wrist. And you might notice when I go down, I'm turning, so if it's my right shoulder, I'm turning my shoulders to the left, and vice versa. If it's my left shoulder, I'm turning my shoulders to the right, digging my elbow into my rib cage. Once you're ready to start doing actual one arm push-ups, one thing to keep in mind is how you're leveraging your legs. So when I do this, let's say I'm doing it on my right arm. Most of the weight is gonna go on my left leg, so I can actually just do a one arm push-up with only one leg on the ground. That's where the leverage is found. So if we switch on my left hand, all the weight and pressure is going on my right leg, just like that. And that's basically it for progressions. It's not rocket science, it's just consistency and gradually going through the progressions into doing a full one arm push-up. If you feel like you're not making progress, I would just work on strengthening your push-ups. Get to the point where you can do 30 push-ups in a row. That's a pretty good benchmark. That's pretty impressive, regardless of what people on the internet say. A lot of people can't do 30 push-ups in a row. You can also do weighted push-ups. If you can balance like a weight on your back, which can be difficult if you don't have a gym buddy. You can also wear a weight vest. You can grab a bungee like this, put it around your hands. You You can go like this, then this will add resistance to your push-ups. So there you have it. If you have any questions, feel free to leave it down in the comments.